Alrighty, now diving right in, starting us off at SS rank. These are going to be the best cookies to use at the current state of the game for PvP. That's going to bring us into Pure Vanilla Cookie, Hollyberry Cookie, we have Pitaya Dragon, Moonlight Cookie, Stardust, we have Sherbet Cookie, Parfait with the brand new Magic Candy absolutely becoming meta. We have Snapdragon. We have Rockstar Cookie, just recently released, really top tier healer, Shining Glitter, and also Black Lemonade. So both of these here are going to be a really good duo currently dominating at the top ranks for the PvP Kingdom Arena. I would say here that Black Lemonade is probably not going to be very vital if you are not running somebody like Shining Glitter. I think that Black Lemonade does deserve to be up here because this tier list is based on the current state of the game, but in the future I could see, Black Lemonade dropping down to S tier or even A tier, just gonna kind of depend on what new cookies come out, and if they do come out with something that will shut down somebody like Shining Glitter, not making her viable. But until now, these are going to be the best cookies to use and focus on building for the Kingdom Arena. Now, diving into S rank cookies, and that's going to bring us into Capsaicin, Herb, Donut, Squid Ink, Maddie, Wildberry, Tea-Night, and Captain Caviar. Now, all of these cookies are going to be S tier, and these are going to be what I would like to call filler cookies to fill the rest of your team. If you are lacking some of the cookies from SS to make a full-on team, then I would recommend then picking from the S tier cookies to fill those roles until you get somebody better. AKA, for instance, Tea-Night Cookie, we have Wildberry Cookie and Maddie, along with Capsaicin. All of those are really good frontline tank options if you're missing somebody like Pitaya Dragon or somebody like Holly Berry. The same thing goes for Herb Cookie. The cleanse is really good, or the purify is really good for the arena, and he's also a really good healer. So overall, substituting him for another healer like Parfait or even somebody like Snapdragon or even Rockstar Cookie, if you do not have any of those three, will be a really good option. Now, diving into the A tier, starting us off, we have Frost Queen, we have Black Pearl, Prophet, Vampire, Werewolf, Purple Yam, Mala Sauce, Blueberry Pie, Mango, especially with the new Magic Candy here, all it can only do is buff him or make him even better. Necessarily, it's not going to make him any worse, of course, but he did actually move up here to A tier because utilizing his Magic Candy and his skill does do a lot of AoE damage and coverage on the field. So if you are looking for that, and also the little knockback that it also utilizes with its skill, again, makes it a viable option for a damage dealer when it comes to the arena versus some of the other cookies. Latte, Red Velvet, we have Brute, of course, Pinecone, Milky Way, Queen of Man, and now all of these A tier cookies, in my opinion, are going to be a step down from the S tier when it comes to filler cookies, but some of these cookies you might actually have already leveled up from previous Kingdom seasons, and you might not necessarily have either the S rank cookies or the SS ones already or even available at all. So you can definitely utilize some of these cookies from A tier. It's just going to really depend on what team composition you can assemble with whatever cookies that you currently have. I would say Queen of Man with the attack speed comp is still doing really good in the overall Kingdom Arena, but it's not going to necessarily be able to pair up against the brand new meta team with, Shining Glitter and somebody like Black Lemonade or even Rockstar. But outside of that, though, it's still a really good, strong team. You also have things like, Red Velvet Cookie and Milky Way, still really good for things like a scam comp. You can still build that exact same scam comp team that we could utilize in the past to take out, majority of your competition inside of the arena, especially at lower ranks. You could use somebody like Werewolf Cookie here or Purple Yam in order to swap in for some of like your other tanks, like your Wildberry Cookies or your Madeline, because again, these guys are really tanky, especially with the full solid almond set, stacking up damage resistance, making them really good. Prophet Cookie and Frost Queen, we still see some of these Frost team compositions being utilized as well. Again, definitely can be viable if that's all you currently have, but I will state that this tier list is based on the current state of the game, and that's why they're down in A tier and not S or even SS. Alrighty, so on to B tier. Starting us off, we have Dark Cacao, we have Clotted Cream, we have Oyster Cookie, Carol, Cream Puff, Pomegranate, Milk, Cream Unicorn, Espresso, still a really strong AoE damage dealer, Rye Cookie, a really good single target. You could replace somebody like Vampire Cookie for Rye. We have Eclair, Pumpkin Pie, Cotton, Alphagato. We have Caramel Arrow, Crunchy Chip, Financier, Sorbet, Prune, Royal Margarine, and last but not least, the brand new Tartatan a couple of updates ago. Again, all these B tier units, in my opinion, are pretty much just out of the current arena seasons. You're not really seeing these cookies being utilized a whole lot, unless if you are like at the very bottom tiers in the arena and you're just now starting to climb. You might run into some people utilizing these cookies because that's just simply all that they have available to them. But once you start getting better cookies outside of B tier, even A tier, I would definitely start to swap out some of these B tier cookies for those A's, because it is going to make a massive difference the higher tier that you climb in the arena. These cookies down here at B and below are just going to absolutely get destroyed. Now, starting off with C tier, we have Sea Fairy. Unfortunately, man, even as a legendary cookie, until she gets a buff or a proper magic candy, something to bring her back into the spotlight to outshine some of these epics and super epics at the top tier, she just honestly is not meeting the mark when it comes to the overall damage and AoE output. I guess somebody could argue that you could put her here on B tier, but I definitely still think there are better options in B tier than utilizing somebody like Sea Fairy. Additionally, we have Kumiho, we have Cocoa, Mint Choco, Cherry Blossom, Sparkly, Poison Mushroom, Licorice, Almond Cookie, Strawberry Crepe, and last but not least, Raspberry. Again, this is going to be C tier. I would not recommend utilizing these cookies at the current state of the game in the Kingdom Arena. They're just simply nowhere near up to par to the other cookies that you could potentially use. And then last for D tier, we have Snow Sugar, Tiger Lily, we got Moon Rabbit, Dark Choco, we have Chili Pepper, Fig Cookie, we have Black Raisin, we have Pastry, we have Lilac, we have Twizzly Gummy, and last but not least, Candy Diver. And there you go. That is an updated PvP tier list when it comes to the best cookies to use for the Kingdom Arena. Once again, keep in mind here that this is purely based on the current state of the game. Obviously, as things change, metas will shift, or even new seasons will start. I will then do another video covering whatever new cookies have come out and also whatever major shifts have happened when it comes to the PvP tier list. But overall, hopefully this helps you guys out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related. And with that being said, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.